Hi Sagittarius, hope you're doing well. Welcome to your reading. Today I'm going to pull your money and career energy, your love energy, and I'll see who's coming and going. Now, if you have a certain amount of money you'd like to manifest, or if you have a specific person in mind, you can go ahead and like this video and subscribe. And if you are interested in scheduling your own personal reading with me, all the info you need is in the description box below. Now, for a totally fresh perspective, you can check out my wife's channel over at Empath Tarot. You will love her. And stay tuned until the end of your reading. We'll use oracle cards and I'll pull your affirmation for today and a final message from your spirit guides tying everything together. All right, so let's dive right in, see what we got going on. Very interesting. Right now you got the sun and you also have the hermit. Sources telling you that there's an energy, there's a lesson here that once you move on from, anything you touch will turn into gold. So that means that you're going to be very lucky and fortunate, but you got to ask yourself, what is this lesson? What is this journey? What is this energy that you have to really almost like realize what you want and what you don't want? And what does that mean? Something happened before in the past. You're holding on to this energy as if it's maybe something that did not go according to plan. Maybe you had a relationship with someone and you're telling yourself, oh man, I wasted, a year of my life in a relationship and now I feel like I am, a year behind. You are not. What happened is you realize what you want and what you don't want, what you would do the same, what you would do different, and you collected data. And that's what it really comes down to. You are here on planet Earth. You literally left heaven, the fifth dimension, to come to planet Earth, third dimension, which is one of the hardest realms, to experience things. Some of it's joyful, some of it's painful, some of it's sweet, some of it's sour, some of it's hot, some of it's cold. It's just contrast, right? How else would you know what joy is if you never had pain? Now, we don't want to experience the pain part for too long, but it's only to collect data. Oh, gotcha. Oh, don't touch that again. And that's what it comes down to. So source is telling you to divine source, divine timing, divine intervention, that you're exactly where you need to be right now. Don't feel like you are left behind or don't feel like I should have been rich by now. None of that. That sort of thinking is a complete waste of time. And right now, source is telling you that everything happens. And the moment that you release yourself from holding on to that negative energy as if you did something wrong, that lower frequency, now things are going to change. And now you're going to align with prosperity. And that's what that strength card, that's what the lover's card is about. A lot of new energy. Because then your vibrations are going to speak louder than your words, right? You'll walk into a room and people are going to be like, holy smokes, who is that? Right? Like, you notice how some people walk into a room, they could just command the presence. You're like, who is this person? That's because they feel good. That's because they're confident. No one walks into a room that doesn't feel good. If someone is not feeling their best, they're not at all, no one's really noticing them. But if someone is feeling their best, that's when they're very magnetic. And that's what source is telling you. You have a lot of good karma, a lot of good energy. Anything you touch will turn into gold, but there's still something you're holding on to from the past. You clear that energy, you let it go, and you do that through perception, things will change. Now, check this out. You have the 10 of swords here, and you also have the king of swords. Source is telling me that right now, to strategically decide to change something in your life that's not paying dividends, because whatever this energy is, it's like trying to squeeze through a tight door frame. Like you're trying to force something because you're either emotionally or financially invested in it, but it's not working. And the reason it's not working is because you're supposed to pivot and change course. And I'll give you an example. Whenever you're doing something in life and it's not working, it's not because that either it's good or bad or any of this. It's because the strategy needs to change. I'll give you an example. Check this out. Imagine this is a rock and this is water. When water hits a rock, it immediately pivots and changes course. It doesn't try to push through the rock, right? It only pushes through if it has no choice. But immediately, nature's first reaction is to pivot and change course. Same thing with you. Imagine right now you have a business. You're putting money into the business. It's not working. Now, rather than just keep, burning money, you can tell yourself the strategy is flawed. What change can I bring to this? Right? If something was working 10 years ago, it's not working now. It's just because the market is different. This is a completely different market than it was last year. Just check stocks. Look how stocks are tanking, right? So source is telling you things are changing on a daily basis, right? Pivot and change course, your energy to align with that. Now, very interesting. King of Wands, King of Cups. Right now, source is telling you inspired action is your motivation. And that's exactly how your life is a reflection of your thoughts, right? So being inspired is what you're looking for, right? So for example, imagine I told you this. Imagine right now, source is telling you, let's imagine you telling yourself, I want to go to the gym, but I don't really feel like going. You need inspiration, right? What is your inspiration to go to the gym? Well, I want to get fit. Okay, well, that's great and all, but more detail, right? That's the saying, I want to get rich. Why do you want to get rich? Do you want to get rich to travel? Do you want to get rich to go and donate to charity? Do you want to get rich to go try that, $500 plate ice cream at that, Salt Bay restaurant? Who knows, right? What are you looking for? That's what spirit wants you to know. That's your inspiration. So rather than be like, oh, I just want to go to the gym to lose a couple pounds, well, tell yourself, I want to go to the gym to make my dream avatar. Like, for example, like I want to look like a superhero. I literally want to look like one of the guys in the Warner Brothers movies. I want to look like Aquaman. I want to look like Superman. I want to look like Batman. I want to look like, you know how they wear those suits with their abs sticking out? I want to look like that without wearing a suit. That is my inspiration. That's my inner child. When I was younger, I used to read comic books. And when I read the comic books, I'm like, God damn, these boys are jacked out here. I'm like, damn, you can see their triceps and everything. And that's what motivates me, right? So what motivates you? Like my wife, Alicia, she's always looking at, like her Instagram feed is all chicks. And it's all chicks with tattoos and things like that, because that inspires her. That's what she likes, right? And so it's like, what do you like? What do you want? This is so important. Where's your motivation? Stick some paintings or some pictures of, dream houses, dream cars. Have your phone screen as, like, for example, like I wanted some Lamborghinis and I just made my phone screen Lamborghini. Every time I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting that Lambo. So do these things, right? Inspire yourself is the message. Now, very interesting, you got the Fool and the World, and this is about traveling and going on the journey. So expect to get gifted some tickets. And right now, Source is telling you that kindness is never wasted. So if you're kind to someone, giving them a compliment, holding door open for someone, then you're going to be gifted some tickets to go on this travel. Why? Because like attracts like, law of attraction, and energy is like a boomerang. What you throw out comes back. So for example, like right now, imagine you have a coworker, they're wearing a beautiful yellow dress. Rather than tell yourself in your mind, wow, that looks good, go up to them and be like, hey, that dress makes you look great, carry on, right? Give her that compliment. Now she's going to go home, be happy, tell her spouse is going to be cool, they're going to have a great night. It really helps out, butterfly effect. So Source is telling you, give compliments, be kind to others, and then you will be gifted the tickets to go on your travel. Now, very interesting, you also have the Two of Swords and the Ten of Wands, and this is about being decisive and letting go of something that's not sustainable, because right now the past is a lesson, and to exercise and practice self-discipline and not regret. What have you done in the past that did not work? And right now, what did you learn from that? So for example, maybe you tried a dish, you ate it, and then you felt really sleepy. And then right now you're telling yourself, my favorite person on social media eats this and they have, a dream body. Why is it not working for me? It's because your microorganisms are different, right? So right now, Source is telling you, if something is not working, learn and pivot away from that. And right now you have the Tower and the Page of Cups, letting you know that there is brand new, fresh opportunities waiting here for you. And that's why it's so important to focus your awareness on really just, controlling reactions, controlling opinions, harnessing your energy, not having energy exchanges with things you don't want, including ideas and thoughts, but instead saving them for the things that you do want, right? So for example, energy, lots of thermodynamics have proven that you can't just create energy out of thin air. Your awareness, your thoughts, you only have so much. It's finite like money. So when you're not putting your thoughts towards what I don't have, you will put your thoughts towards what I want. And that's what you're looking for, right? So just pivoting and changing course towards more of a abundant energy. All right, Sag, speaking of abundance, time for your affirmation. Write your affirmation in the comment section. This is exactly how you become the cause and effect and attract money and love into your life. Your affirmation today, write this in the comment section, is, my life is an experiment. I embrace the exploration. My life is an experiment. I embrace the exploration. Write this down in the comment section right now. This is you confirming you're in love with the journey and the process, and that you are just on the path. You are on the infallible guide, the stream of consciousness, centralized intelligence, ready to get what you're looking for. Write this down in the comment section right now. My life is an experiment. I embrace the exploration. Let Spirit know that you are ready for the next step. All right, now final message from your guides. Final messages. Karma is on your side. Look at that. So the message is, if you could read all the minds that I read, hear all the prayers that I hear, and beat all the hearts that I beat, I wonder if you'd even believe how often you're thought of, talked about, and fallen in love with. So you got to understand that, there's so many good things that you've done. This is why you have good karma. Some of the things that you may think were so simple were actually a very big part in someone else's life. For example, you may have given a compliment to someone and it may have changed your life. You may have given someone a smile, a wink, just gave some advice, just lend an ear. You may have done something, right? Shoulder to lean on, shoulder to cry on, and that may have changed their life. And that's why it's so important to know that the more that you are, shining, the more that you're doing good, leading by example, this is the more that you can help others. That's why it's so important to be selfish in the sense that you're focusing on, for example, if someone's drowning, you want to be a good swimmer to save them. That's why become a good swimmer in life, which really means like just focus your awareness on building the best version of yourself, best offering and presenting it to the world. All right, Sag, hope you enjoyed your reading. Hope there was a message in here for you. If there was, like this video and subscribe. I appreciate you. Till next time, chat soon.